Not going to lie to you, I really had no interest in this film. Just kind of seemed like a basic slasher horror film. Oh look, a serial killer going after couples on Valentine's Day. But the thing that got me interested was that it was written by the same person who gave us Happy Death Day 1 and 2.
Hip hip! Hooray!
It's also written by the same person that wrote The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
Hip hip! Boo!
For the past several years, the Hard Ice Killer has wreaked havoc on Valentine's Day by stalking and murdering romantic couples. This Valentine's Day, no couple is safe. It's really cool to see Seattle in the backdrop for a horror slasher movie, but here's the thing, it wasn't even filmed here. It was filmed in like freaking New Zealand, I think? Come on, Washington, let's make movies here. While Hard Ice does capture some of Seattle's vibes, there are moments where it completely misses the mark in laughable ways, especially if you know the environment of Seattle. You'll notice when you watch the movie. Now let's talk about the movie. Is it any good? Yes and no at times, but mainly yes because when the kills happen, Hard Ice Killer does its work. It's awesome. It's why you came here. You want the blood, you want the guts, and they deliver. It's also funny at times, though the tonal balance between comedy and brutal R-rated violence can feel a bit off. The script is self-aware and does poke fun at itself to its own detriment because when the comedy doesn't land, it really doesn't land. There's also side characters, you know the ones, the best friend that loves to talk about the other person's life and their own problems, but when it comes to their own issues, they kind of brush it off to the side and they're really annoying. Yes, you gotta have that type of horror character in this movie. Luckily though, they leave after the first 30 minutes and don't come back till the ending of the film. That was my experience. Clearly other people were enjoying their character. I wasn't. At times, it gets a little redundant, but luckily, there's a creative spin on this film. Olivia, Holt, and Mason Gooding lead the movie, playing two people who find themselves caught in the Hard Ice Killer's bloody rampage, despite not being together. Yeah, they're not a couple at all. What follows is an intense chase through the night in Seattle, New Zealand, filled with some sick kills and a couple twists. Their dynamic adds a fresh angle to the premise, making the movie stand out a bit more despite some of its generic issues. The biggest standout here is the sound editing, the sound design. The Hard Ice Killer, the first moment that we see this character, it's quite intense and kind of terrifying, especially when they are walking into a room. Each step feels like it's Darth Vader about to come in and just wreck shop. That said, one of my biggest pet peeves with a movie like this are cops, specifically stupid cops. In the first crime scene, an officer says, "How do you know for sure that this is actually the Hard Ice Killer?" Did he not look behind the crime scene to see a heart-shaped victim's organ surrounded by rose petals? No wonder why Seattle police doesn't get stuff done. Overall, Hard Ice is a fun time at the theaters if you can look past some logic issues and cringe-worthy humor. The kills are brutal and creative. The villain is genuinely terrifying, and despite its flaws, I had a decent time with it. 6 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. It really means a lot. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, but most importantly, do not forget to be blessed.